Take a minute. Okay. Hey guys, Shane Breakers here. Remember we were talking about we're going to do lavender today. So this is the process that I go through. It's been raining quite a bit, so we haven't really had time to let the soil dry. So um, today we're just gonna make do with what we got and begin planting our lavender. Um, the lavender that I found. We were able to find, let me get out that shadow there so you can see it. We were able to find phenomenal lavender. Remember, lavender hails from the Mediterranean. It's a beautiful plant, and it likes dry, rocky, alkaline soil with neutral pHs and all that jazz, and doesn't require a lot of water. Um, well, that doesn't that doesn't apply here in zone 8B or 9A, depending on what map you look at. As you can see, this soil content very heavy in clay. Not too bad, but it's still got a lot of clay in it. But we're gonna try to make it work. To my understanding, it's a kind of a shallow root system. However, I'm digging at least a foot down and a foot wide on it to break up the soil. You don't necessarily have to dig that deep, but since I'm not mounding, because I don't have a dry day to mound up all this soil, I'm just gonna dig it down. My soil here runs downhill, okay, and that's very important that you want water to go downhill as best as possible. So that was the key part of me not mounding them up, since I do have somewhat of a the soil does go declining down that way. I don't think that's the right term, but it does go down. So I'm hoping the water runs downhill. But first we're gonna go ahead and dig. I've got a hole over here dug. I'm separating about at least a foot, understanding they're gonna grow, God willing. They're gonna grow, and they're probably gonna need more space than that. But remember, phenomenal lavender does do the best here in the south. This is just a broad shovel. You probably want to use something more like a spade shovel if you're going to do it. I do have the other side as a Provence lavender. Provence, if you've ever seen the big photos of all the fields full of lavender, more than likely it's in France. Look at that clay. See how it's sticking to my shovel here. We just haven't had a good dry day, you know. And you think I'm trying to grow a tree here or something, but like I said, you probably do best with this with the spade shovel, but I've had this shovel forever. It's the only shovel I got. And I don't really have to use shovels all that much. I hope we're doing all this. I hope your Sunday has been a good one. Hope your week will be a better one. Hope everybody is not like me and have not waited to do their Christmas shopping at the last minute. As you can see, I'm going about a foot down. I'm trying to go about a foot wide. And I'm not going to fill this up completely with just the soil that I moved, but I want to break this soil up some. And that's a good foot down. My hands a foot deep, so yeah. we've broken that up. As you can tell, the soil is like I said, it's got a lot of water in it, and that's not a good thing uh, for lavender. Now we're doing this for the simple purpose of I'm trying to turn a profit out of this garden to help do some other things, as it is in regards to feeding people. Lavender takes about 1.5 years or so to grow, big enough to harvest. So this is definitely a long-term play. But we've gone a foot shallow foot deep, shallow foot wide. I believe they have a 2-foot wide radius as far as root systems go. So I would probably suggest, if you don't mound them up, probably dig it maybe a little bit wider. I'm not going to do that. I think I'm okay with this. That leaves approximately a little less than a foot from the basis of each hole. Okay. All right. Now comes the fun part. So I have a cluster of elephant grass that is growing on the fringe of my property, coming on from the abutting parcel next door. Elephant grass is just like sugar cane, or what's another grass? Well, I guess you say corn, but that is growing. It grows like wildfire. Now I'm going to put some of this, not this one, but I want to put some of this into my hole here. The idea is that I'm not going to backfill this completely with sand and gravel. I'm going to backfill it with some of the clay dirt that I just put in there, but I want something to help the root system not become so compacted in the soil. And if you do this, I just brought this over here, because if you do have a cluster of sugar cane or elephant grass, you want to make sure you don't put it in there when it's this green, because this little nodule here, I'm not sure if you guys can see it or not. Let's see. Yeah, you can. This little nodule right here will grow on you, especially if you get it this green. That's where your little runner is going to come from, and it'll grow like wildfire too. So if you do have this, or sugar cane, you can just grow it kind of like this. You cut this slice off here. You cut that slice off like that, and just let it sit for a while, and it'll grow. If you got sugar cane or something like that, that seems to be the new thing, sugar cane right now, which is, I don't know. I don't have, no. It just takes over too fast for me, but that's how you would do it. I've got some older, well, maybe I don't. Everything out here is kind of green. I must have used all my old for the last, that other row over there. Either way, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut me some sections, like so. See, it's still kind of green. I think I'll be alright. I'm just going to cut me some sections. I'm just going to kind of layer them in there. You know what I'm saying? Just layer me some sections like this. I just want my root system, not you. Making sure this portion is hollow. I just want my root system not to be so compacted when I go and put other plants in here. So once I plant my roots, once I plant the lavender here, once I put my lavender in here, then this will allow the root system to sort of have areas to where it can grow around. Now this is just my theory. This ain't science. I mean, this is science, but it's just my science. This is what I'm believing, right? So I just want to place it in like that, and now the root system has things to kind of work around if it does indeed become compacted due to our high content of clay in our soil. That's pretty much it. So I'm just going to layer it. I don't think I need any more. I think the radius is fine. trying to make sure I don't grab anything or put in here that's not hollow. Got a little base right here. Good. Looks like it may be hollow enough. I'm just layering this in here like that, just so our root system can have a shot. All right. The next big piece is, of course, if you're growing them, you're gonna want to do it with lavender. You're gonna want to do with lime, sand, and gravel. Right. These are the things it basically lives in. Got us some pea gravel. And some other stuff. And this is regular sand. So you feel silly when you go and look for sand at the store. Oh no, I just feel silly. I'm just gonna want to mix this in here. Mix my gravel. I'm just putting a layer of gravel in at the bottom. And really, I want that gravel to be really towards the top, because I want my gravel to ensure that there's no, that helps lose water. Then we got our sand. So we got sand, and then once again, we're just gonna come back through. We still gotta backfill it with the stuff that we just took out. But we're just gonna do it in layers. And this is just all a part of amending the soil. Should have brought my hand file, but I didn't. Just got backfill it. Remember, I just want to loosen that soil up so it's not how it used to be. Different, changed. A little more sand. Rocks. You want your soil to be poor as possible. You want it sounds crazy, but you want your soil to be as poor as possible. Backfilling some more. Remember, I could probably go for another layer of the skeleton grass right here. If I can get away with it. I can't. Probably go with another layer right here. Now this is, of course, organic matter, but it's gonna break down just like sticks. So I think we can get away with it. Okay. It's better to measure measure a bunch of times and cut once. That's the wise saying, right? Cut. Measure a billion times and cut once. I ain't never done that my whole life. So I cut first and then I think about it. Alright, I think that's enough. We just want to make sure we keep our soil as loose as possible. My lime is wet as all get out, so I'm not sure it actually still has the proper qualities being wet. A dog ate the whole bag, chewed up the bag. So I think our lime is probably not gonna do us all that much good, but we'll ride with it for right now. Stone. That's probably too much. I wouldn't probably have quite a bit terrible sand. And the rest of our backfill. Like I said, you probably won't do this when the soil is definitely dry. My soil is just, I'm never getting it. It's like I only do this really on the weekends. I'm never getting a dry day, so you know, it's the best I can do for the time being. Maybe one day I'll be able to come outside and do what I want to do whenever. But I had that place in life right here. There it is. Fill it all the way back up. I hold it in here. Coming back over just so I can remember my placement where I'm at. And directly across from it I have Provence lavender. This is just so I know where it is. Phenomenal lavender with all plants, you know, cut your base, break up your root system a little bit. They got some. I want to hit that. Hit. Probably move that stick right there a little bit. There it is. Go a little bit deeper. So I move my little stick that's there. Coming back over. I don't think you're supposed to pat them down. I think they need to be as loose as possible. It's almost directly across from that one. I'm gonna put a little bit more river rock over the top of it. And more sand just because I'm just different. There we go. That's it. And so I'm gonna carry this out for the next two. I only got two. I got 2, 4, 6, 7. I got 7 Provence over there. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's how we're doing with our lavender. We got a whole field out here to do. Let's see, yeah, got a whole field out there to do of not to mess anything up here. But we got a whole field out here to do some weed suppressing on. And I'm trying to figure out a decent method to weed suppress. So I thought maybe I'd go through and do some cedar mulch down the rows. That's just way too daggum expensive, man. That's like $8 price at Walmart. It was like $7 a bag, and it used to be cheaper than that, I feel like. But what I'm gonna do is come back through here real heavy. Since I got all these ground plants like these turnips here and all this stuff, that's not gonna work with my radishes because they may make them susceptible to the ground-borne pathogens that, you know, the radishes bring up through the soil. So either I come back on this side real heavy with peas down the middle here, or because I feel like these peas will choke it out. And then of course you can see there's some grass growing over here in this plot of radishes and peas, but it's not too prevalent. I don't know. Since I'm not gonna be eating any, well, see, I got collards and stuff in here. But definitely, this is just to break the soil up. And then we're gonna have to definitely mound them up next year. Some sort of bed structure. Not sure yet what we're gonna do with it. But yeah, so we planted some lavender today, guys. I'm glad you guys walked with me and were able to see my process of how I'm doing it. That's it for today. We've got some other things going on in the other garden. I'm tearing all those radishes down and putting up, filling them with just material, and then planting peas over the top of it. I think it's the right thing to do. Still need a lot more organic matter in that. And luckily, I've got a big tub full of old chicken bedding that's been sitting outside for a long time. So I'm just gonna backfill that in those areas that need more organic matter. And hopefully that'll do it. That's it for today, guys. I thank you so much for watching. Hope you like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I pray the atmosphere that you're moving in, that you're building in, and I know that you're growing in, it's of nothing but God. And I pray that you remain covered. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a blessed holiday. If I should make another video by then, but if not, stay safe.